What's up, everybody? Patrick LaRouche here from Evolve Restorative Therapy. You can find me at livepainfreeprocess.com. I have a pain-free concierge service that teaches people how to heal, how to live and move pain-free consistently is based off of healing. And I show you exactly how to heal. Not good enough for me to show you what to do anymore. And there's many people out there doing it, and that's not bad, but it's how you do the what that's going to get you to this place of healing. And this place of healing happens all the time inside your body. You just need to relearn how to hone it and work with it every single day. That's what we need to do. We need to make healing an everyday practice. What we've been working with this whole month, right? It's going to be it was a little mini series on anxiety, and we have 2 more videos left because that's how many more weeks are in the month. So this week is all about the concept of why you have anxiety in the first place. Now, this is a big one. It's a deep one. And if you haven't done the other ones in the past, you're going to have to do it in order for you to actually see the progression that you've been making. So it's all about the first video was all about finding out your triggers. The second one was all about learning how to do the stop and learning how to breathe. The last week's video was all about getting in touch with yourself and feeling yourself to calm yourself down, bringing your nervous system in so you can actually say and look and say, why am I like this? Why am I allowing this trigger to get to me in the first place? What's going on? And it all comes back down to what you believe in. And a lot of people are going to fuss with me a little bit on this because nobody wants anxiety, nobody wants to feel bad, but you don't realize we create everything that we get, right? So we have to realize we have put ourselves somehow in the situation that allowed this trigger to get in. And the further and further you bring it back, the more and more it comes back down to the beliefs that you retained and got as children, right? And that's a completely different concept, but you have to realize that's where it's stemming from. It's a belief system within you. That's why you were triggered in the first place based off of past experiences that the brain locked onto and made into a habit. And now you're getting triggered consistently. So this video is all about getting you to learn to pull those out of you so you can actually start working on them through any technique that you want to do. That's the what. NLP, there's tapping, there's all these different things that help you eliminate the beliefs, but you need to get to what's bothering you in the first place. So this technique I do all the time, and I want to preference this by saying I wouldn't tell you to do something that I haven't done myself because this is hard work now. This is where you have to sit down and say, all right, why am I doing this? What's going on? And you have to sit down with yourself and look at yourself, and that's not easy. So I commend anyone that's done this work, that sat down with themselves and started fighting the good fight into the place of healing. People ask me all the time, how are you always so calm? How are you all this? Because I do this type of stuff. This is my journal from last year. This is the beginning of the month, and I'm about to tell you exactly what I did and how I did it countless times to get better at this. I'm not saying I'm nowhere near perfect, and I don't think anybody is. We're always going to get better and better, but I'm not where I was last year. I'm so much more better. And that's what I want you guys to go for and reach for. So the technique that I need you to do is this. You need to learn how to write down your thoughts. You have to be able to get quiet enough to see all the small little sly comments that's happening in the back burner. That's number two, what we have to do. And if you haven't done any of the meditation stuff, this is the time to sit down with it. And it's easy. As you're walking through the day and you see someone triggers you, all you have to do is ask yourself, why did that bother me? So, number one, why did that bother me? Why did the answer that you gave yourself, why did that bother me? And then that final ask your question why 3 times, that final answer, you'll have a very close to an emotional reason why. And that is a belief per se, right? That's the easiest way you can break it down. And once you get there, you start to think about what's happening. That's number one. That's the trick. And then you take that answer and go through the things that you need to do to clear it up, whether you use NLP, whether you use tapping, whether you go to a psych, go to anyone that can help you process this out, then you go there. You can do hypnotherapy. There's so many different ways you can clear it up, but this video is all about getting you to that place. And let me just explain how it looks. Like, I have a list of 40, 41 is negative beliefs for this maybe week, I believe this is, and 41 negative beliefs that I went through throughout that week. I had my journal with me or a piece of paper, and I consistently, as I was going through and something would happen, I would say, why did that happen? For instance, my very first one, you're not good enough. And I can guarantee you it's all based with, I didn't help somebody as well as I wanted to. I was like, damn, I'm not good enough at this. I'm not prepared to deal with this next problem. I was like, where did that come from? Like, I didn't clean up this paint, and the paint person didn't leave as better as I wanted them to. You know what's going on, and I kept on breaking it down until I got to you're not good enough. So this is the second part of the trick. So number one, you taper down the trigger that you got. Like, oh, my client didn't leave as good as well as it's going on. I didn't prepare well enough. I didn't study hard enough. I'm never good enough. Right? It's just never good enough for for my client. It's never good enough for me. And I was like, all right, now you take that negative that you have now found and you flip it. It's not just say, I am good enough. I want you to take it one step further. This is the key component. I want you to look back in time and look at when were you good enough? When did you do something right? Whatever that flip is, give yourself a point in time where you did it. Like, um, another one, what's wrong with you? All you do is take, wow, success won't come easy. Bingo, let's use that one. Success won't come easy. So, when was the last time I was successful? I can list many things from last year to now that I was successful, right? You want to think of, I was successful yesterday. I made it through that hard test. I made it through a conversation that was always hard with me and my spouse. Um, I'm able to now work out through a full workout. I'm able to now sleep at a certain time. I got that done. Like, that's what I want you to do. I want you to look at your negative that you have now written out. Like I just told you, 41 of them. I can just, I'm not enough. You're all mixed up. Be You have to be smart to impress others. Life is unfair. Helpless. I have to be helpless against authority. Like I have an issue with authority, and that's just within that time frame. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages later, and I have another 51 negative beliefs that's happening within myself. That is what I want you to be able to do. And from those, I combated them, every single one. I combated those negative beliefs to a place where I said, "Oh, I did do that. Oh, I did conquer it." And every time that belief came in, I I battled it down. I got myself into a place where I fought with it. I got it into a place where I was like, "No, that is not right." Which then brings me to the next thought of, once you start doing it, you start realizing that it is possible. It is possible to do everything that you want to do. It is possible for you to process the information, to succeed, for instance, to not have a problem with authority. Like, in the second list, I love others more than I love myself. That is like a parent trait right there, right? So I had to convince myself, and not convince myself, prove to myself that I have done that. I have gotten a massage. I have put myself first in all these different ways. For instance, I got a minivan. Why? Because my family. No, because I wanted the space. I love the concept of carting them around, hearing them fight in the back. Horrible as that sounds, and it is horrible, I absolutely love it, because if it's not happening, oh man, I'm a little sad. Like, I'm not with my family. That's me, right? I want you to find out what it is for you. Find out your negative belief and prove to yourself based off of your past experience, because that's how you build habits, based off your past experiences, that you've already done it. Your brain is not hardwired to think like this. It's by default does not think healing. By default, it thinks fear and protection. Stay alive. I need you now to switch it. Turn the toggle. Point it to what is possible, what you are looking for. That's the thing that we need to do to beat anxiety. Is we need to flip it and say, oh, I don't have to be like that because look, I did battle your trigger. I did battle that perfectly. In this instance, now I just need to practice it here. And that's what I want you to do. So, my question to you is this: how does this feel? Is this impossible for you? Like, is this something that is possible? Or do you still think it's impossible to look at your negative belief based off of something that happened in the past and bring it into a future state where a present state where you realize you already have done it? Is that possible? Tell me what you think. Until next week, where we go through the final thing. See you later. Peace.